Hello everybody! Today I want to talk about wearing the same thing every day as a minimalist, because I have an extreme small wardrobe, which means that I'm basically wearing the same thing all the time. Now I don't have a uniform. I had a uniform back a few years ago, but I decided that I want to have a bit more options, so I don't have a uniform. I actually don't even have two pieces of clothing that are the same or very similar, except for underwear. I just have a very small selection of things I wear. If you have been watching more than maybe 2 videos on my channel, then maybe I've worn the same thing in more than one of these videos. Now, if you're new here, my name is Leah. I'm uploading videos twice a week about minimalism mostly, so if you're interested in that topic, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started. So if I'm wearing the same thing all the time, a lot of people see me in the same thing all the time. Not right now, because right now only my boyfriend and my son can see me, and you guys. But even if a lot of people see me, or in the past, because I've had a very small wardrobe for the last, I think, 4 years, nobody has ever talk to me about this. Nobody has ever really asked me, and if they ask, I tell them why I only have a limited amount of clothing items, and usually people understand. And since my wardrobe is that small, I have to wash my clothes once a week, otherwise I just don't have enough clothing items. So I wear everything at least once a week, I would say, and I never get bored of it. I mean, I totally understand if a lot of people don't want to have that lifestyle, and if a lot of people just want to have a lot more clothing items, and that's totally okay with me. But I, for myself, want to have a very limited amount, and I am happiest that way. Now, the reason or the message I may be also spreading with my tiny wardrobe is that I think clothing items are not disposable, and I think it is important to think about which items we actually want to have. And we can only wear so many items at a time. Now, you could argue that it doesn't matter if you have 100 items and wear them for 10 years, because that's the time maybe they need to break down and just have holes and are not in a condition where you can wear them anymore. Or if you have 20 items and wear them for 2 years because you wear them so much more, they would be broken in 2 years. Yes, that's true, and I think that is as sustainable if you have 100 items and wear them for 10 years. So I, for myself, I like to have just the amount of clothing items I need to come from one wash to the next wash. So I will wear and use all of the pieces, which of course makes it necessary to exchange them more frequently, because they don't hold up for that amount of time if I wear them that frequently. But I've never had a problem where things would break down and break apart super easily. So usually I wear an item, I think, depending on what it is and the condition it is in when I get it, 1 to 5 years. So I'm totally okay with it. And for me, it is really important that I only have clothing items I use because of minimalism. But now these are my favorite pieces that I have. So I think it's the same as when other people wear their favorite pieces all the time, just that they have another 50, 100 or 300 extra pieces that they never wear. I only have my favorite pieces, and so I wear my favorite pieces all the time. But of course, they do get out of shape or just break or have holes after a certain time. And I think that gives me the opportunity to change things up. And even though I don't get bored, even though I love my clothing items and I love wearing them all the time, I like to also change it up when something breaks. So if a piece of clothing is at a point where I can't wear it anymore and can't fix it anymore and can't really repurpose it anymore or do anything with it anymore, I will exchange it, which means that I can shop for a new piece, and I really like that. Minimalism for me is not about the items too much, but I have to admit that clothing items are kind of important to me, or I do like spending time thinking about my clothing items. I do like just wearing them, but I don't like to spend a lot of time thinking about them in the morning. So that is a huge benefit I get from having such a small closet. I've never had the problem that I had to think about what I wear in the morning, or that I think that I don't have anything to wear, because it's like completely clear what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the thing that is not in the washer. I'm wearing the thing that is like in the front, or that I'm more feeling like wearing. And if I only have 2 or 3 options, it's pretty obvious most of the time what I want to wear. I also have to say that clothing items are not the most important things in life for me. So I don't want to spend too much money or energy or space or just time on clothing items. So I'd rather have a very small amount of clothes that I all love. I love how they fit me. I like them. I like to wear them. There is never a question. There's never me doubting them. I just love my clothing items, and then I don't have to think about them anymore. So I can just get dressed in the morning. I can feel comfortable and confident throughout the day, and I can just wear clothing items as a functional piece that makes me feel good in my body. And of course I have to think about my clothing items because I have such a limited amount of them, because that means that I have to select them very carefully, and that I have to think about which items I want to bring in to make my like capsule wardrobe even more perfect, so that it fits all my needs with the smallest number possible. I want to feel comfortable. I don't want to have the stress that I don't have any clothing items anymore, and that I don't have a full load of laundry or anything like that. So I just have the amount that I need to get from one laundry to the next. Being an extreme minimalist when it comes to clothing items for me just means having everything I need but none of the excess. I just have everything I need for my everyday life. I don't have to wear a uniform or a certain dress code anywhere, and if a wedding or something like that would come up, I would have to find a solution, but I don't see a reason to keep clothing items in my closet that I only need 1 or twice a year. So I am very happy with my limited amount of clothing items, and I can only encourage you to downsize your closet if you are a person that has not already downsized their closet to a capsule wardrobe or another kind of minimalist wardrobe. I even think a uniform is a great way to go if you want to think even less about your clothing items. But I have to admit that I like dressing myself. I like having different options, even though my options are very limited. But I enjoy wearing different things, so a uniform at the moment is not the right thing for me. And with every other topic, I just think minimalism is what you make it. It's your choice if you want to have a capsule wardrobe, if you want to have like 4 capsule wardrobes depending on the season, if you want to have a uniform, another kind of small wardrobe, or if you like to have 1,000 pieces of clothing items. I just encourage you, and I hope that everybody in the future is more aware that clothing items are goods that are produced with like high energy involved and a lot of resources, so that we can be very careful with these resources in order to be able to live on this planet for hopefully another 1,000 years or more. I think having a minimalist closet is contributing to that, and also having a sustainable closet, of course, is. So shopping secondhand is the choice I make when I want to bring new clothing items into my wardrobe, except for underwear. I want to buy new underwear. So I like wearing the same thing all the time, and I like being able to just pick my favorite clothing items every day, because I only own my favorite pieces of clothing. And I hope you have a lot of pieces that you really like, and maybe get rid of the things that you don't actually like. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want to see more, check out these right here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!